Hey everybody, it's the Vintage Doll. Today's video we are going to be discussing the differences in all of the pinup genres that create the pinup culture and lifestyle that we all know and love. It's come a long way since the 40s when it really put its face on the map with little Miss Betty Grable and her amazing sass and pose. Now back then, women just were the way they were. The style and the look was the exact same because that's just how women were. They embodied that, they looked that, and so they put it out there. But today, there are lots of different styles of pinup that are becoming more and more popular as people are catching notice, which makes me just over the moon excited because pinup is so important to me and the culture and the people mean so much to me. I'm glad that more people are catching on and learning about it and enjoying something that truly is beautiful in this world. So when you look at pinup, and this is Fluffy. This is the cat that I posted on my page back at Christmas that I rescued, so you're going to see her back there doing her thing. Pay her no mind. Just pay her no mind. So in pinup, there are several different genres. You know, there is classic pinup, your modern day classic pinup. Then there is rockabilly pinup, there's fetish pinup, alternative pinup, psychobilly pinup. So when you Google pinup, you're not going to just see one style pop up. You're not just going to see Varga pinups or Elfgren pinups or Betty Grable pop up. You are going to see different women of all shapes and styles, every different size you can think of, all walks of life, embracing one culture, one community that makes pinup. Now, you're going to have your classic modern day pinup, your cheesecake pinup, and that is the one that embraces the more classic 40s look with the perfectly rolled hair, the very sweet, feminine, modest, ladylike clothing, and you know, your faces, you're very cute, you know, just normal classic pinup. A good classic pinup that you could put with that would be like Doris Mayday, who always stays true to the classic style. Absolutely beautiful. The woman is flawless in what she does and what she loves. But then you're also going to have rockabilly pinup, which is near and dear to my heart. I am a little rockabilly gal myself, have been since I was 16. And with that, that's when you get the more rock and roll aspect of it with the, you know, high-waisted pants and your cigarette pants and the bigger hair and the leather jackets and the cuffed capris and things like that. I like to draw a correlation between classic pinup and rockabilly pinup by, if you were to look at Sandy from Grease, Sandy 1 and Sandy 2. She kind of goes from your classic little pinup girl to a little bad rockabilly chick. So those are kind of the two staple pinup genres, the ones that I myself do, whether I am shooting or on a daily basis. As you can see, this is me every day. And then you also have fetish pinup, which now, it doesn't really have a daily style. It's not something that's embraced daily unless, I mean, in your personal time or whatever. But there's not really an outward style that portrays a fetish pinup. She's just going to be a pinup herself. But when you get down to the modeling part of it, that's when you're going to see the latex, the binding, the cinching, the bondage things, ropes, things like that. So that's something that you need to study and be familiar with, especially if you're going into the pinup modeling industry, because it will cross paths with you at some point. You need to know about it and be ready to make the decision on whether or not that's a direction you want to go with your work. Miss Mosh is probably one of the, if not the top fetish pinup model out there. Absolutely beautiful work. The girl can bend in ways that is just, I mean, she's a pretzel. You guys have to look up her work. She's amazing. She's always on point. Her posing is one thing that you should study and really take a close eye to, because the girl's got it on lock. The next would be alternative pinup. Now, alternative pinup is becoming more and more popular. That's when you're going to see the women with the beautiful tattoos, colorful sleeves, chest pieces, piercings, things like that. The more colorful hairstyles, the more dramatic makeup. It is a big part of the pinup industry right now. You are not going to open a car magazine or a pinup magazine and not see a beautiful woman in there that is modified in some way on a page somewhere. They are very supported in the pinup culture, and I'm really happy to see it getting larger, and they're wonderful women. I don't think I've ever met an alternative pinup model that I did not just absolutely adore. But it's a big part of the pinup culture right now, and it is growing larger and larger. And then another one would be psychobilly pinups. Now the psychobilly pinups are the ones that are lovers of all things vintage horror, gore, zombies, things like that. But what you really need to understand is that with both rockabilly and psychobilly, the outward styles are brought on by the music and the music culture that has created them. So without the music, there would not be the outward style that all of us are drawn to so much. So to truly embrace those styles, you need to study and appreciate the music that created them and helped them become. So, but there are several different pinup genres, and all of them hold hands to create an amazing culture and community that so many of us love and are a part of. The best thing about it is that they all embrace women and people for who they are, of all walks of life, every size, shape, every body type you can think of, every personality. And that's what makes it so great. So whether you are interested in the culture and style of it just on a daily basis, or you are already involved in that and you want to take your love for it to the next level and get involved in the pinup industry and start modeling, it's something that you really need to take the time to study and understand, because that will show in your work. The more that you embrace the culture and study and learn about the culture, the better you're going to be in your own craft and what you're doing with it. So, but it's an amazing thing to learn about, and it's enjoyable and it's fun. And even after 10 years of me doing it myself, almost close to 10 years, I still don't know everything that I could, but I'm going to spend every day of my life trying to figure anything and everything else I can about the pinup culture, the rockabilly culture, and everything that's involved in between in it. So do your studying, really appreciate and learn about the culture and the people who created it and where it's come from and its history and its roots, and put that in your back pocket so you can continue on in your own journey in becoming the pinup that you were always meant to be, and bust those back seams until you get to where you want to be. So until then, if you ladies have any questions or you have any requests for a video, please feel free to email me at theonlyvintagedoll@gmail.com, or feel free to stop by my page where I share daily my own pinup work. I share tips and inspiration on clothing and hair in the pinup culture and community on my page daily at facebook.com/theonlyvintagedoll. So feel free to stop by and hang out, and until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye.